Hello again, my friend. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Just wanted to do another video on Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. I'll probably do maybe one more, maybe two more videos max. I don't know. Hopefully, I'll be able to get through it in three videos. I'm on page 60, and it's only 110 pages, so I'm over halfway through the book. And I just wanted to remind you that this gentleman, Joseph Conrad, who was born to Polish parents, he was Polish, so that was his first language, and he was born in the Ukraine, so I'm guessing that Russian would have been his second language. According to the guy who did the introduction, he spoke first Polish, Russian, then French and German before learning English. So imagine, English was his, fifth language? 1, 2, 3, 4. That was his fifth language, was English. And the way that this is written is, first of all, the vocabulary is very expansive, and his command of English is superlative. And yet, I think I have a theory on how the book was written. And I'm going to share with you a couple of reasons why. It's written as if he's trying to describe a dream, because it is very difficult to know what the characters are saying in the story. It's all ends up becoming like this dreamscape of jungle and darkness and fog, and it's a blurry presentation. Even though it's written in English, I don't know how much was understandable even at that time in 1899. Their way of speaking English was slightly different than it is today, and so they might have been able to pick up on the dialogue a lot better than we can. But it is very difficult to get through, and yet you still are able to absorb this dreamlike quality of the words. So it is an amazing piece of work here. So let me just quote here from page 37. He says, "It seems to me I'm trying to tell you a dream." He says here, it's in the context of this long discussion that's going on, right? He says, "Do you see him? Do you see the story? Do you see anything? It seems to me I am trying to tell you a dream, making a vain attempt, because no relation of a dream can convey the dream sensation, that commingling of absurdity, surprise, and bewilderment in a tremor of struggling revolt, that notion of being captured by the incredible, which is of the very essence of dreams." This is, I believe it's Marlowe speaking, and the other guys are listening to him. He was silent for a while. No, it is possible. It is impossible to convey the life sensation of any given epoch of one's existence, that which makes its truth, its meaning, its subtle and penetrating essence. It is impossible. We live as we dream alone. Wow. Imagine the English is this guy's fifth language, and he's describing, and it's almost like he's reaching out to the reader saying, I'm trying to tell you a dream, and that life is like a dream, but that life is unexplainable. It cannot be described. It can only be experienced in this dreamlike state. There's a lot of people who believe that our reality is similar to a dream. Jim Carrey is one guy, actually, who thinks that life is but a dream. But anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to jump. That's the first one. The second one would be on page 49. And let me see if I can find it quickly for you. Yeah, it goes here. He says, it's really a powerful passage. "We were wanderers on prehistoric Earth, on an Earth that wore the aspect of an unknown planet. We could have fancied ourselves the first of men taking possession of an accursed inheritance, to be subdued at the cost of profound anguish and of excessive toil. The steamer toiled along slowly on the edge of a black and incomprehensible frenzy. The prehistoric man was cursing us, praying to us, welcoming us. Who could tell? We were cut off from the comprehension of our surroundings. We glided past like phantoms, wondering and secretly appalled, as sane men would be before an enthusiastic outbreak in a madhouse. We could not understand because we were too far and could not remember, because we were traveling in the night of first ages, of those ages that are gone, leaving hardly a sign and no memories. And in this passage also, he mentions the title of the book, Heart of Darkness. He says, for me, it crawled towards, he's on this, they're traveling through the river on the steamboat, right? For me, it crawled towards Kurtz exclusively, but when the steam pipe started leaking, we crawled very slow. The reaches opened before us and closed behind, as if the forest had stepped leisurely across the water to bar the way for our return. We penetrated deeper and deeper into the heart of darkness. So in that passage, he mentions the heart of darkness. But the whole passage, you can see, is this dark, mysterious, dreamlike state that he's trying to describe that is almost indescribable because it's so bizarre, It's so impenetrable, as he calls it. So let's move to one last passage I'll share with you for today, and then we'll leave that off and see if I can find it here quickly for you. And where is it? Yeah, here it is again, see? And he says some of the pilgrims were cannibals, so he was wondering if he's going to get eaten by them. He's saying, because it occurred to me I might be eaten by them before very long, though I own to you that just when I perceived in a new light, as it were, how unwholesome the pilgrims looked, and I hoped, yes, I positively hoped, that my aspect was not so, what shall I say, so unappetizing. A touch of fantastic vanity which fitted well with the dream sensation that pervaded all my days at that time. So the author, Joseph Conrad, spent the ages from 16 to 36 traveling on the seas, on the oceans, on the seas and on rivers. And he took this commission into Africa on the Congo River and traveled into the depth of Africa. And he's describing his entire experience as if it was like a dream, like a part of his life that he is hardly even real, because now that he's back in England or wherever he returned to, he can only relate it in this dreamlike state. And so that's from page 58 when he says the dream sensation that pervaded all my days at that time. So he returns to that motif a couple of times of a dreamlike state, and those passages jumped out at me as he's traveling to find this Mr. Kurtz, and he's surrounded by chaos and the jungle and mud and dirt, and he's having a difficult time of it. So there we are. We're going to continue on. As I said, the dialogue between the characters is very difficult to follow, and most of the characters are inconsequential except Marlowe that we focus on, and the rest kind of come and go. They're kind of like shadows, and very little descriptions are given on them, and very little personality is given to them. But they're like stoic, ghosts that appear to him, and he briefly talks with them, or he hears them speaking, or vice versa, and we move on. So as I said, I'm on page 60. I'll try and get through this in the next couple of days and make maybe one or two more videos about it. But just a remarkable piece of literature. No wonder it still mystifies people to this day. And so far, yeah, Interesting. Very, very interesting. So that's it for today. God bless you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. I pray you have a blessed day. Get some fresh air and enjoy yourself. Be happy. Read some good books. The last one that I had there, The Four Agreements, very good, very inspiring, very encouraging. I definitely recommend it. I'm still reading through the Bhagavad Gita with, what's his name? With Mahatma Gandhi. And that's a slow read. That's kind of a reverential, you have to kind of meditate on it a little bit. So, and it is a difficult read as well, but I'm kind of putting that on the back burner because this one is so compelling. This just grips you, and it makes me not want to put it down. So I'm going to get through this one first, I think, and I'll leave the Bhagavad Gita for later. Okay? So take care of yourself. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you're healthy and happy, and that you're spending time with loved ones as we approach Christmas time. And so, yeah, take good care of yourself. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Bye-bye. See you soon. Bye-bye.